Hey everyone, it's been a minute since I've gotten to play a challenge, so I'm just gonna dive in with this list that hedges a little against oops all spells by having a couple spell bombs, one main, one side. And when I play a challenge, I like to hedge a little bit with matchups in mind because people tend to bring something a little more specialized to these matchups, or the meta seems to condense a little more in these matchups, so I don't need the huge swath of everything like two meltdowns and stuff like that. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Starting off game one with stable enough mana and two Force of Wills is totally fine by me. We're on the draw, so sure. We'll do our best. If there's any strange disparities in clock during this video, just know that there's a huge lag epidemic going on in MTGO right now, so that's the reason why. I'll obviously most of all of it will be edited out, but if I'm narrating and you see this long, painful wheel happening, then that's why. Lag epidemic. Opponent mulls down to 5. So hopefully this double force hand is effective. Double force, cling to dust on top of that. They have a lotus petal. And a balustrade spy, so it is oops all spells. We'll easily force that. Don't want that happening. But now we need to apply pressure before they can rebuild, which is not always the easiest thing. Another Force of Will. Sure. But having Cling to Dust is pretty nice, because they'll probably try and go off at their next convenience. And if they don't really have the resources to, like, cast Memory's Journey or something, Cling to Dust could get the job done. We don't, well, yeah, it's a pretty necessary tool in this matchup, seeing as we don't have any pressure, but maybe we will after this Brainstorm. It's pressure enough, I suppose. Put back this mountain and this cling, I think. Yeah. Then we'll Thoughtseize them. Guaranteed to not miss. This is oops all spells. I'll take that Balustrade Spy. So now I have 6 hits left. 2 more Balustrade Spies and 4 Undercity Informers. Okay, that was the worst draw possible for me. We don't want them just making land drops and steadily getting there. Kolaghan's Command is not the worst. Another Strix. Might be more useful as a blue card, we'll see. Yep, they're doing it. Uh-oh. I guess that also means they don't have Pact of Negation, so there's some comfort in that. I'll take the land. I'll just draw step K command them. It's not really going to come up anywhere else. Our own time lock shock. If I poach another spy here, that'd be sweet. And we hit another land off them, so that's nice. Didn't want them to do that. Another land, okay. We'll just double the clock here and keep hitting lands, I guess. It's like getting a little scary here. Haven't really realized the promise of the top deck, but I guess I can also start cantripping with Cling to Dust, which is kind of funny. Yep. This is scary. Hit your Lotus Petal, I suppose. Bowmaster's perfect. That's what we wanted. It's also funny we've hit every single land that doesn't make blue. Oh, here we go. I would hard cast a force on a spy here. Or it would have to be Undercity Informer. A type of spy, I suppose. Oh god. Yeah, they've done a very excellent job doing stuff. Now we're really hoping for like a blue card. Spellbomb is great. I'll just sit that in play. Tapped wrong, excuse me. Poxwalkers. It's a little annoying, honestly. There's no reason to not hard cast force here. Just keep the beats coming. Lightning Bolt would be nice. I'll hold that for a turn. Elvish Spirit Guide. This part gets a little scary, but yeah, I mean, we can still win over the top. We'll hit them for 3 next turn. They'll probably block Bowmasters, and then hit him for 2 the following turn, and that will be lethal. Can draw here, right? 9 cards in my graveyard. Yeah, sure. Children's Edict, might as well cast it. Them having a surplus of creatures is also a way they can pull this off. This is all but locked up. I don't know how they beat Spellbomb and Force in 1 draw, but... Or yeah, Spellbomb and go off in 1 draw. Well, I mean, it's... Well, no, because I only have 4 mana. I don't see how this works. But it's probably too risky to ponder and try to find lethal. Because if I just pass, I have Spellbomb Cantrip, which I guess is not super relevant. Cling to Dust and Pitchcast Force of Will. It might be more useful just to ponder right now and not give them a draw, but that also would give up on some information. I'm really trying to think of what it could be. And from 1, I feel like I'm pretty good. Shuffle that. Okay. Cool. Making it to turn 10 against Oops is pretty funny. But we're fortunate that they mulled to a hand that sent it on turn 1 and didn't have Pact of Negation. Well, I guess even if they had Pact of Negation, I had the double force, which is cool. Spellbomb, third Thoughtseize. I'll take a couple Consigns. Surgical Extraction. Maybe Pyroblast, but it doesn't do that much against them. We don't need Strix or Edict here. We don't need 4 bolts, but I'll keep 3. I don't need the basic mountain either. We need all the Bowmasters because flash threats are very important. Narset is blue, but when am I ever going to tap out for that? It's more egregious for Baragoyf, though. Although Baragoyf can get good when it gets in that weird situation where they're like just swinging for 10. Like they put their whole graveyard in their deck and get 3 extra turns with Memory's Journey and all that. Yeah, Red Blast also counters Memory's Journey, but I mean, at that point, you lost a certain fight along the way. How about just 2 Kolaghan's commands out? Or 2 is too many, just keep 1. And then Opposition Agent is probably better than Baragoyf, I think. Tough call. Let's just try this. Life certainly gets better on the play. Now this game on the draw might be a little difficult to pull off, but not impossible. Force of Will. I'll keep this hand with Force into their mulligan. But having only 1 level of protection, 2 if I can make it to turn 2. Yeah, I just shocked that in. Cabal Therapy. They'll name Force here. And we'll be in some trouble. Unless their hand's mega slow. They have 4 cards left. Oh, the name Consign. That is fascinating. I wonder if it's because they can beat Force with Pact. But I have Pyroblast now, so... We'll see. This could get weird. Land number 3 is not horrible. Pedal. Pedal. Pass. Okay. If they just jammed, I was like, oh god. They can beat whatever I have here. Lowering Revealed. Pitch it. Don't want that. Brainstorm. Not bad. When am I ever going to have time to tap out for Baragoyf, though? Like, this situation's so precarious. Goblin Charbelcher. They don't really have the mana to fire that, do they? I should probably still force it, though, because then, like, Dark Ritual can beat me. And countering a Charbelcher activation is not really that great either. So, yeah, I will counter that. No argument there. Alright. Brainstorm. Bowmasters is great. We can put away Barragoyf now. Upkeep fetch. Thoughtseize is wonderful. Take your other Charbelcher. Leave you with Poxwalkers. Hopefully we can end this in time. Jack-o'-lantern. You can get a redraw off that, but we can at least punish that with Bowmasters here. Yeah, we can also probably get rid of Pyroblast at our next convenience, because now they'd have to top deck Pact of Negation for that to be any good. That seems somewhat unlikely. They might be weighing if they can afford to take that redraw. Now it seems a little unlikely. But I'm feeling a little concerned. The good news is that this is 2-turn, because I can switch at the last moment and flash and braze or Nimble Obstructionist for the coup de grace. But yeah, with only Nimble Obstructionist standing between me and their combo, like... Okay, now it's 1 turn. But 4 cards and 1 mana start. Well, one of them is Poxwalkers, so... We'll see what we can do here. Alright, starting off 2-0. Well, I was going to make a video of the Legacy Challenge tonight, but they just canceled it after the first round, so we'll do a league instead. Island Ponder Keep. Gonna really hope that Ponder comes up with a land, of course, but I'm not too concerned. Or if my opponent mulligans much more, a Force of Will, maybe. They're good at 6. Sure. Looks good to me. Bowmasters is either the best card ever or the worst. Or not the worst, but like slightly anemic. It's never bad. But I'd probably be also interested in pondering again next turn. Let's just see what's going on first. I think it's probably a little more likely that I'll want to ponder over Bowmaster. But if we get to Goldfish to any degree and hit that 3rd land, okay, there's the Wasteland. Bowmaster enabling Kaito would be pretty great. We're short 1 land to make that happen, though. And I only bring this up because you might notice some clock disparity. There's been a lag epidemic on MTGO happening, which is probably why they canceled, definitely why they canceled the challenge. But yeah, if you notice anything weird with the clock, that's what's going on. Alright, how about some more land? This is so weird. It's better than shuffling and being in the dark, though. Like, if they wasteland me again, which would be fine, because they mulliganed. I have faith. They're going to play Footed Strand this time. Maybe they're going to try and stifle me. We'll just hang out. Been that Brainstorm. Work towards a whole new draw next turn. See what color they are. Aha, okay. Rescaminator it is. I like having this Cling to Dust, but if they try to reanimate next turn, it'll be a little frustrating to not have Cling to Dust available. Ponder, it's a good start for me. Ponder shuffles. Underground Sea. Disappointing. Cast Brainstorm. We miss. But we do have a method to tap this thing down eventually. So, I suppose I should hide Kaito for a couple turns from a Thoughtseize type effect. Yeah. Now, the good thing about them using Reanimate there is that it really flips the race, you know? Like, we'll take 6, and then if they don't Wasteland me, We can really flip this whole race thing. They do take a big chunk out here, but that's it. Ooh, they might have Bowmasters. I don't have to worry about leaving up Cling to Dust right now, though. Reanimation in this deck happens at sorcery speed, because they don't play Shallow Grave. Okay, no Bowmasters. That is awesome. I hope they don't Force of Will, though. That would not be awesome. And then I'm also really hoping to draw another black source. And yeah, the lag epidemic has really ruined any ability to kind of get any kind of read. Like, usually in this scenario, I'd be like, oh, do they have like Force or Double Daze? Oh, okay, they do have Force. Oh, they pitched JVP. This is not your normal Reanimator deck. Crap. Okay, let's brainstorm. Now they're going to Entomb. That's fine. For Atraxa, if we get an excuse to cling that, we will have another turn on the clock. However, do we even get to do that? Shoot. I could Thought Seize, I guess. Or I could just hold Force. But how am I gonna... I want to tap this thing down too. Yeah, not hitting a land was a nightmare. Yeah, I guess we can just tap down Atraxa as well and just fight on board. It's risky. Or we could just race. We could commit to the race here. Force back. Yeah, do they have time to attack Kaito off the field? Real question. I mean, probably. I could just do it next turn. Double reanimate Thoughtseize. Well, screw you. Why don't I just take, wait, they can't reanimate Atraxa, though. Not with this Bolt in hand. So I'll just take Thoughtseize. I'd have mad respect if they went for it, though. Now I totally get why they would force my Bowmasters, because that gives them an acceptable reanimation target. Atraxa, not really an acceptable reanimation target. If they find some wacky way to make their life total good enough to reanimate Atraxa, then, like, yeah, they got it. I'll have to use the Cling to Dust. Maybe I should have let them Thoughtseize, actually. Thinking about it. Because then I could just cling in response. I don't know, we'll see. They're obviously going to attack. I will do nothing. Yeah, they're not being foolish. Bolt you. This is barely not lethal. Swing in. I think I do need these Bowmasters around, right? Just to make sure they don't cast Brainstorm or something. Hopefully whatever they drew is not gonna do it. Alright, we did it. And they didn't get to resolve a Thoughtseize against me, so they didn't even know about mainboard Cling to Dust. Spellbomb. Surgical. I'm still not entirely sure how effective Red Blast is against this deck anymore. I don't know if they're on Tameo, Murktide Regent. Might just be like Doughty Voidwalker, in which case Bolt is just so much better. But Red Blasting a Force of Will is good, but yeah, I just had never really feel inclined to fight over their cantrips. Let's take one and side out Baragoyf, Kolgon's Command. Baragoyf because we don't want to give them a good reanimation target. Gratis. We didn't see a Daze, but you know they have them. So we can trim Narset. And that could be our list. Another Thoughtseize is tempting. I do actually want Fatal Push because at the expense of a Lightning Bolt, because Baragoyf is a real problem. And then sometimes Nimble is the only card that will save you. There's some question about Baleful Strix as well. Doesn't do a great job checking. At the same time, like, no, Thoughtseize is kind of imperative because they like are able to switch plans so easily. We don't need all these lands on the draw either. Our curve becomes like pretty non-existent. And I'm also on the fence about Consign to Memory's usefulness. It's a good check for like the Animate Dead, tracks of triggers, obviously. A lot of things, but at the same time, oh man, this hand is sketch. But they're taking a mulligan, so I'm going to trust in Thoughtseize here. Thoughtseize, Stable Mana, Bowmaster's, Edict. It's all good stuff. It's like really good stuff. And if they daze this Thoughtseize, like, that would not be bad. Oh, Spellbomb too. Yeah, I mean, if they entomb in response to this and have double reanimation spell, like, that's not gonna be good. So let's play Spellbomb instead. Oh god. Please be okay. Because same thing, they could like entomb in response to that, daze the Spellbomb. They're gonna daze the Spellbomb before they even see what their surveil is. I like your style. Put a card on top. Okay. So we're pretty far ahead in resources. Redeploy the sewers. Now our Thoughtseize will be to daze, but they could just entomb reanimate next turn if they force this somehow. There's a force, but we don't have a blue card. Okay. What's in your hand? Got it. Okay. Take a Brazen Borrower. What did they put on top, though? Not Douthie Voidwalker, I guess? Let's see what we can find. I'll take any blue card. I will not take that. There we go. Play that out. You're up. We need another level of protection here, though. Like, right now they can just force our force. But if they play Borrower out, like, it becomes pretty appealing to Bowmaster that, obviously. Okay. Now I can ponder in peace. Yeah. This is all so good. And nothing will get me to crack that fetch land. Nothing, ever. Okay, they're not deploying Borrower, which makes me feel like that's their only blue card. See if they force this. I won't fight over it. They might push and then Petty Theft, though. Which is a fine exchange. Yep. Do you have the Petty Theft? Are you willing to do the Petty Theft? No? Okay. That's good for me. Now, a common punt here, if they're even on Sheoldred's Edict, I don't think they are, but if they are, common punt is edicting for Planeswalker, and that unfortunately does not work. Let's go... I feel like I should probably ponder for, like, Graveyard Hate. Yeah, it's probably more reliable than anything else, you know? Ideally Surgical Extraction, so I can take this, like, playing around days with me all the way. But I'll understand if it's Cling to Dust, or even Nile Spellbomb. If this lag, interminable lag will ever end. There we go. Let's go ahead and secure that basic island. Would not be a good top deck, but I do want it at some point in this match against, or this game against the Wasteland Reanimator deck. Cast Ponder. If they want a Bowmaster, that's fine. In fact, I'd be pretty happy if they did, because it would narrow down the possible cards they could have, and they can't ping Kaito right now. But I feel like they would have done it in response to Kaito 0. Okay, perfect. We're just calling the shots here. Calling all our shots. Feels good. That also lets me get basic mountain with this Scalding Tarn, which I wasn't sure I'd be able to do. Reanimate my Bowmasters. Ah, man. That's a little annoying, isn't it? Turns Brazen Borrower into a really good draw. I feel like this is a red herring, though. I lost to someone in round 9 of Eternal Weekend when they did this line. Crap. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yep. Yeah, they did that. I fought over it. And then they just like were like Entomb, Reanimate Valgavoth. Was it Valgavoth? It was something crazy. Or no, it must have... No, yeah, because I think I had already removed Attrax from the game, so I was feeling super safe. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll just like... They're trying to fight back in this, so I'll stymie this line. Did not work. Another Force of Will. Okay. I'm gonna plus. Hit for 4. No block. I like your style. So they could take it out with Brazen Borrower. It'd take their whole hand, and I'd still have Surgical Extraction. Or the second they crack the fetch, I could extract Brazen Borrower, which would strand it because there's no targets for what's it called? Freaking you know, Petty Theft. This has hexproof, which also means I can't play out Strix. This is a weird ass line though. I don't really know if I should do it. Yeah, they didn't even go for it. They didn't make me. Thought sees me. I wonder, what should I do? Try and get this thing gone. Because now we're in the same spot. Okay, they don't fight. Then carry on. They can't have Entomb, Reanimate, force blue card from 3 cards. Oh, but this doesn't work anymore because they have a target for Petty Theft. So I'm really glad they didn't do it. They take Strix. Which means they might have given up trying to fight fair. And yeah, they can't afford to put damage on Kaito because it will swing back so hard. Okay, now I can. That was not a good draw. Shoot. Is there any way I can get them to take damage, though? Like, if I just extract Brazen Borrower right now, would they crack a fetch? It's kind of a diabolical line, and kind of, honestly, really aggressive. I probably don't need to be that aggressive. Probably just happily go about my life like this. Yeah. It's fine. And yeah, I'll hardcast Force around to Daze too. If they Petty Theft Kaito, I'm not going to fight over that. Or should I? I don't know, because like 3 cards left. We know one of them's Force. So if they go Entomb, Reanimate, they won't have a blue card for my Surgical. This makes perfect sense to me, but yeah, we'll see. They're in a tough spot too, because if they crack a fetch, then I can just like plus Kaito and swing for lethal, right? Reanimate my Strix. 2 cards left. Well, now I can just tap this down and swing for lethal. So yeah, they need this draw to be really good. Alright, so far so good. Welcome back for round number 2, up against my good friend Grindstone Cowboy. Usually plays Painter, as the username would indicate. I'll keep this hand with Edict and Force of Will. Oh, Tropical Island, what? Okay, I'm glad I kept all the same. They choose to shuffle. Any card that's not a land would be my dream draw. Great. Let's show them how it's done. Yep, this is just like the last round. What if I made a deck that was like 4 Bowmasters. Oh wait, that's already this deck. But even more Kaitos, just to like capitalize on this interaction. It would be very flimsy, I think. I think it only works in this strategy because it's so interspersed amongst other interactions, you know? Like, we gotta keep all our options open to an almost comical extent. Okay, they do hit. Had this weird feeling they were, like, looking for lands, you know? Okay, looks like they're playing our favorite Cephalid Breakfast. Sheoldred's Edict lines up really nice against Nadu. Bowmasters will line up well against the rest of them. If they're able to force through a Nadu or have Cavernous Souls, then they'll have a trigger before I can Edict it away, which is very disappointing. Yep. There's the dude. Force that. It works. Okay. Bowmasters is such a valuable removal spell here. It's like such a valuable removal spell here. Although, am I gonna have occasion to cast both of them? I think so, because I have 4 lands in hand. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. We can win the long game. Okay, that makes it a little more attractive, especially if I can get another blue card for the force, then I can maybe think about doing this whole ninjutsu thing. Ponder. Not falling for it. They shuffle. Okay, now it's getting even more attractive. Because they seem like they don't really have anything. I hope I don't get punished for this pedal to the metal line. Because Lord knows it could really punish me. I'm more comfortable doing it at 5 mana since I'll have the mana to redeploy a Bowmasters at that point. Blue card. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's give this a shot. If I can also get Lightning Bolt or a Cling to Dust off my Kaito, I'll also feel a lot better about that. They might be trying to spike an Archimedes here. And they're playing Daze. That's really good to know about. Alright, hook it up. Yep. Top. See if I even get to that Thoughtseize, though. Might get shuffled away in an emergency. Oh boy. Force that. They're forcing back. They did have the Daze. Good to know. So they'll get 2 Nadu triggers. That's messed up. Anything could happen now. They get another Shuko. That's not so bad. And Nomads. Wow. Unbelievable. There's no point in Thoughtseize anymore. It's a Shuko and probably... I don't even know what. Okay, well, they let me go there. Huh. 4 cards off the top, huh? If I plus an attack, can't really block all that much. And I can, I guess, try to burn them out. I don't know. Doesn't seem great. God, that was such a good draw. They didn't fight over the first Nadu either, so they might have also hit that Force Will in between. How do I prompt this action while still applying pressure? I guess just swing out, right? Swing out, swing hard. Okay, they're going. Saga. I will end that Nadu one way or another. Source of Plowshares. Okay. That one doesn't matter so much. Now what? Force of Will. Crap. Okay, when that goes on the stack, we gotta act. Here we go. What do we start with? Edict, I guess? Or maybe burning Nadu down is the safest thing to do. It probably is, quite honestly. What if the last card in their hand is blue? That'd be such a disaster. I don't think we can like really pretend to live in that world. Okay, they just activated Flood Strand, so I can Kaito now, which is cool. They're surveilling. Trying to spike a Narcomoeba. They put a card on top. I don't know what that means. Probably that I'm dead. Let's find out. It's Brainstorm. Interesting. Okay, blocks. No blocks. You go to 5. Now what do I do? Thoughtseize? Oh wait, I already activated Kaito, I'm dumb. So yes, I definitely Thoughtseize. Let's get Badlands. Actually, what will I need double red for? Oh, you never know. Probably nothing. I really need you to not find Cephalid Illusionist here. If you do have that, there's no way they don't just force this and win next turn. Yeah, maybe that plus was bad. But maybe they wouldn't have started going off if, like, yep, okay, cool. Yeah, definitely take Brainstorm. I don't know if they would have started going off with Nadu if, oh shoot, I just clicked off the force. They have force. Yeah, trying to finish my thought. I don't know if they would have started going off with Nadu if I hadn't activated Kaito beforehand. Putting 3 on there. Okay. Thing is, they can't make a construct and also hardcast Force of Will, so did they top deck? Ooh, nice. Kind of. Not the nicest, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Attack! Forced block on Kaito. And then if Kaito can find a land, we can finish him off. Ooh, too close. Oh, man. I feel like that has happened to me so often where on the final Nadu flip, they hit Nomad's Encore. Let's not worry about it too much, though. Okay. Meltdown, Pyroblast. Spellbomb is kind of weird. It's not really how I like fighting this deck. But having a Surgical is a little different on the draw because sometimes you just need interaction that doesn't cost any mana when you're on the draw. Baraglyph out, Murktide out, Tameo out. On the play, you can think about it a little more. Narset out, Badlands out. Honestly, I feel like I'm siding almost identically to the last round. It's like, well, I think Cephalid Breakfast's fair playing is quite a bit stronger than where Scamnators is right now. And I think I do want every Red Blast just because Nadu is such a terror, but it would feel really bad to have 3 Red Blasts staring down some Construct tokens. But Strix fills in the gap there pretty well. So how about we go without Waterlog Teachings? On the play it's easier because I forego Force of Will a little bit to fight this creature combo deck. Even though Force does still feel pretty good against the deck because Nadu is just an unacceptable card to let resolve. I think it can be Thoughtseize though. And Opposition Asian is interesting because they are a deck with Saga. It's kind of the only way to stop them from uncounterably getting Shuko sometimes. You can also consider Consign to Memory. Yeah, let's take one of those and then should probably be Kaito. I am glad I got aggressive there, but on the draw, I need some way to win though. This is tough. I think Consign is too narrow. Is it more narrow than Meltdown? Yeah, it is, because Meltdown can clear Shukos. Okay, opponent taking a mulligan, Bolt and Force of Will. This has to be a keep. We also have some good play against their plan B with Kolaghan's command. That would require finding a third land, though. Alright, they're good on 5. If they play one of their combo pieces here, they might try to send it on turn 2. Yep, looks like that's the case. Do I let them get there? Like, what if their hand is land, illusionist? No, they can't have double days. They'd have to top deck some part of that equation. Bowmasters is such a good way to beat nomads that I'm going to let them put that illusionist on the stack before bolting nomads here. Or is that even smart? Because then, yeah, I could lose to double days. I've decided it's not smart. Okay. That happens. Okay, they're going to hit for 1. Tundra's back, and that's it. Another bolt. So this would play around a daze, but like, if they have daze force blue card, that's their entire hand. I think I'm going to try and also apply some pressure. Seems like it worked. And since they're back a mana, they can't go like land both pieces of the combo and back it up with a daze. But they do have a saga. That is a problem in itself. However, we hit our land drop, so that's amazing. Let's keep booming out our board here. Curving out pretty well. It's pretty clear they have the illusionist. But as far as other halves of the combo go, like, Nomads is a lot scarier than Shuko for so many reasons. But the way they're diving for this third mana here makes me feel like it might be... Okay, there's the illusionist. Resolves. There's that. Okay. Well, let's try and bolt that. If their last card is a Daze, I'll have to force. It's not. Great. Close one. I would absolutely trade Bowmasters for Nomads here. Even when I can bolt it. Yeah, they agree. Not worth doing. Hopefully the lack of resources here is making the difference. And just floating the mana. That's scary. Alright, well. Try and take these both out with one fell swoop. Hydroblast? No. Okay. Hanging tough here. One card left. I think the Mold of 5 will get the job done eventually. Ooh, they're willing to trade. That's awesome. Well, now I feel great. Now it feels like they probably have a cantrip left in their hand. Yep. Don't worry, I don't have another one. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't cast it here, which I think a lot of people would think is wrong, but I just think it's a valuable removal spell. That being said, I already have 2 removal spells in my hand. I might not even have enough mana in the game to use them all in time if they had to deal with a fast clock. They either didn't hit a land or they're protecting something. Cling to Dust. A little bit insurance against the combo, even though it's a little more resilient than it used to be. They've moved off of Cabal Therapy and moved on to Memory's Journey. Archive. Surely it must be demoralizing for them to see me miss a land drop, though. There's no good targets in the graveyard either. Yeah, it's just... we have pressure. We're fine. And we can turn this bolt on the offensive pretty soon. Brainstorm? Yeah. That's a little worrying. Cavern, yeah. On a wizard. Here comes the Nadu, I'm sure. Oh, it's Illusionist? Sure. Okay. Well, given that Edict is by far the most expensive spell, and even though it lines up super well against Nadu, let's start trying to use these. Okay. Am I gonna have time to do any of this stuff? I feel like I should just cantrip with this Cling. No, that's loose though, because I have enough mana to Edict, Bolt, and Cling, just in case something horrible happens. Well, now I can Brainstorm, because I have another blue card. But I think I'd rather just, like, overwhelm them with interaction here, and then hit for 2 next turn, Bolt, and they'll have to fight to stay above that. I think we'll be in fine shape. Although if they go off, like, they'll probably have Narcomoeba blockers. There's always the emergency grindstone. Okay, and that should wrap it up. I will cantrip now. Cast this expensive spell. Alright, we got the GGs. Feeling pretty hot tonight. Guess we'll keep going. Here we go for round number 3. Fighting a 60 card deck. A lot of really strong spells. Opponent keeping 7. It's possible we don't have to fend off a combo. We'll see. Although we are pretty ready to fend off a combo. Or Saga. Yep, here we go. This is Doomsday. We have the Obstructionist, which is pretty sweet. Sewers. I don't think I'm going to need to Bolt next turn. Been that. Its role in the matchup is already kind of questionable. Wasteland is fine. Ponder's also fine. So that Wasteland can rule out Doomsday. Probably not Doomsday. Force of Will. That makes me feel a lot better. In the absence of 3 mana, Force of Will might be more reliable than Nimble Obstructionist. But yeah, if I could get a good Obstructionist and then raise dead it with Kolaghan's command for this Force of Will, that'd be pretty sweet. I would need another land, and also need to stop lagging. Pass it back. See what they're up to. Polluted Delta go. Could be Bowmasters. We have Bowmasters. That's really good. But I still really want that land, you know? Would just love a land here. Really more than anything. You can brainstorm. Excuse me. Not trying to walk into days. Not trying to get my Bowmastered. And even the most combo-y versions of these decks play Fatal Push, so it wouldn't even be that reliable to have a 4/4. Whoa. I might have misjudged the matchup. This might be Bug Beanstalk, which makes me feel so much better. Like, oh my god. Yep. Force that. No question. And now I will certainly get to going on these Bowmasters. Try to deal as much damage as possible. And really hope to rip a land here. They don't shuffle. Alright, how about it? Damn it. Play Tameo. What do you mean you don't shuffle? Maybe they have their own Bowmasters? That'd be kind of a problem. Maybe it's Murktide Regent? Murktide plus Bowmasters would be the worst. Oh, what? Okay. This is something new altogether. Murderers cut my bowmasters. So they probably don't have bowmasters of their own, that means. Which is pretty comforting. But yeah, I can't really imagine that they've replaced Lorien Revealed with Troll of Khazad-dûm. That doesn't seem right. Land. Damn it. Okay. We'll attack. If this ponder doesn't hit a land, we might be in trouble. But if it does, then I'll be feeling pretty good. Ponder. Yes! Yes! That rules. What doesn't rule is losing the other cards, but I mean, there's no way we're not doing this. If they want to push Tamiyo in response too, that's totally fine. I prefer if they didn't, but if they do, like, I think we'll survive. That makes Baragoi hopefully a big problem for them. And we got to do this all around days. We got a Force of Will, but we don't have a blue card. Yeah, I think if they were going to try and deal with Tamiyo, they would have done it before I drew the card. Assume they're going to surveil. No. Worldly Tutor. Okay, so probably Metamorphosis Fanatic. Things just got a little interesting. The card disadvantage of Worldly Tutor is certainly mitigated by the fact that this happened. Now what do I do? Witherbloom Command. Yeah. So if I hit a blue card, I feel like I can... Well, Edicting is kind of rough, given that both of these creatures need to go. If they attack with both of them, I can block Fanatic and finish it off with Lightning Bolt. Land is not bad. Yeah, I feel like I need to play Baragoi. There is a blue creature in the yard, though, so I could get Force blue card here. And then try and Edict Troll. Force whatever they do. And then Baragoi could be pretty long-term. It's not pretty. Magic rarely is. Their last card could also be Fanatic, I just realized. Well, probably not with a Brainstorm in the mix, but maybe. Okay. They'll just gain 10 life, no big deal. In this very delicate matchup. It's really not a big deal. And they're smart too, it turns out. Well, I guess that means I'll have them discard instead. This is probably the worst time to be in a control mirror on MTGO during the lag epidemic. Alright, get Tamiyo back, because I really do need a blue card here. You discard. They're paying costs, they're brainstorming, sure. Force blue card, okay. Same outcome. I get to keep my Force, I guess, or no, I don't have Force backup for the long run of things, but, you know. What are you gonna do? I do have Force backup. Okay. Get you out. Then hopefully you'll brick on a land, or you'll brick on your draw step, and then I can play Baragoi and have Force backup. And laugh till the end of the game. Brick. Seems like a brick. If it was days, I can undo that if I top deck a land. Okay. Play Baragoi. If it was Fatal Push, they'll need Revolt too, so I don't know. Things could work out for me. Bowmasters? Do I fight over that? I feel like no. But it is annoying. Sorry about the Discord noise. Ooh, nice. Here come my boys. Okay. Yep. Now my turn to have some lifelink in my life. No attack means they must want to block, which is good. Land is not so bad. One more of those and Snap K command should be quite potent. Yep. Yeah, we're having trouble getting this bigger than a 4/5 just because no one's really playing like planeswalkers or artifacts or enchantments or anything. Fatal push, damn it. Yeah. Not gonna fight over it. Not when they have Metamorphosis Fanatic in their deck. Okay. Gotta keep these beats up. Waterlogged Teachings, that's a good pitch to force. Or I could hardcast it. Wait, no. Snap's already in my hand. Both Kolaghan's commands are gone. Good draw. I feel like the only thing better than that is a land. I feel like they're getting too many cards in hand, though. Up the Beanstalk. This is how things could slide out of control. So let's see if they fight over this first. No. Okay. I'm gonna regret this. Sure. Mana's the new gate. Especially since they're dead to bolt. If this attack should go through. It does. Seems like they're F6, so I'm gonna try and snap bolt. With force backup. Great. We're 3 minutes behind on clock, which is terrible. This is a pretty strange take on Bug Beanstalk. But I bet they still have Murktide Regent. So I'll keep the Spell Bomb as part of the sideboard plan. And then Agent. That'd be quite the blowout on a Worldly Tutor. Then Red Blast seems like kind of weak too. All their really good cards are like green and black that I've seen. Price of Progress seems good. Kolaghan's Command, not as much. Same with like Baragoyf, because they have Murderous Cut and Fatal Push. But I feel like their window to deal with Murktide is going to be kind of small. It'd basically be like Murderous Cut, and that's about it. Lightning Bolt, not at its best here. Do I need Surgical? Feels kind of bad. There's no way they only have Fanatic, right? They probably have like Reanimate too, I hope. Although, we didn't see Entomb. Entomb would infer like they might have like an Uro package too. They're in the colors for Uro, and Uro's great with Entomb, and not really with Worldly Tutor. I don't know, it's tough. I don't want a third Thoughtseize though, I'm not going to play that scared. Let's take one Surgical. Red Blast though? I'm going to try playing without. That might be insane. Kind of is insane. But maybe we can learn more this game. Looks good. The one problem with price I'm realizing is that they have a lot of lifelink. Well, it's probably just, you know, Metamorphosis Fanatic, but it's probably enough. And they have Tameo. This deck is doing everything. Force of Will's nice. But it's not like unheard of for this matchup to get really crazy and they have like 7 or 8 non-basic lands just hanging out. Yep. Because it seems pretty true to the old Bug Beanstalk style. We've got Witherbloom Command. They have Up the Beanstalk. All that stuff. Kaito's cool. But they're probably going to try and cast Bowmasters here. I'll brainstorm in response. No? Interesting. Don't like that this Tameo is just getting value, though. That part's not good. Yep, there's that thing. Okay. I think I'll brainstorm first. Okay. Plan's kind of coming together. Put back price and probably Bowmasters. Yeah. Force pitch ponder. Okay, that just happened. Pass it back. Maybe I should ponder. Yeah, it seems wise. Force is pretty nice here. But not having a land is kind of bad. But if I can force through Kaito, that would be pretty insane, right? Brazen Barber also has some utility here. Hitting those land drops. Damn. They refuse to do anything. Ping there. Force these. Okay. Draw Brazen Borrower. And now it's time for Kaito. Insulated by an edict. Or from an edict, sorry. And I kind of need the card advantage here, just try and stay up on things. Been them both. Okay. Very weird spot. Brainstorm, non-active player triggers resolve first, so we will certainly not be pointing these triggers at Tamiyo. Learned that the hard way. They start their turn with a Planeswalker. Three cards left. And a shuffle, so there's Worldly Tutor. Okay, so we'll have to put up with Fnatic here. But hopefully we can beat that. Are they just going to get Bowmasters back? Seems like yeah. Just still rough, but I think we can beat that. Don't really want to Petty Theft either of these, but I guess between the two, Fnatic is a far better choice. Or I could do the army token, I guess, but I don't really want to do that. So I could just Edict. Could Edict Planeswalker. Sir, I am F6'd. Why is my clock going down? Witherbloom Command. They wanted that land drop, apparently. Thoughtseize. Does make my turn a little more efficient, I guess. In what world would they want to just, cast this again? I'm not sure. So I could plus and just attack. Could be a 3/5. That's not a very good attack. Yeah, I guess I'll just do the old blue removal spell. Hold on. Maybe I need to Edict Planeswalker and save that play for next turn. It's not great. Or I could tap down Fnatic. Sure. That seems better. Swing in. Got the chump block, that's nice. Fatal push my token. Well, hope they don't have more Bowmasters. Again, I'm F6'd. Why is my clock going down? They have a lot of good looks at spells, too. All those clue tokens that Tamiyo got them. It's not good, but I mean, I can bust through a, Force of Will, this Thoughtseize. Just not really the best place to be in, you know? That's what I was hoping they would do. And I was hoping they'd do that, too. Sure. Putting one on Kaito. Does that mean... Ooh, nice. Does that mean they're going to block with Tamiyo? No. Okay, let's bounce Bowmasters while they can't cast it again. see what the other card is. It's up to Beanstalk. That's annoying. But yeah, it's got to be Bowmasters, obviously. Opposition Agent Ponder. I do want to keep this in my library. But yeah, obviously we're gonna ponder. Nimble Obstructionist, huh? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. This is tough. I'm gonna shuffle. Okay, back where we started. Okay. Getting a clue. Playing up the Beanstalk, scary. Playing up the Beanstalk, scary. This is not good. Good card. What the hell? Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. Attack Habsburger for 2. See if I can spike Price of Progress, I guess. Yes. See if this works. They can crack the Rainforest, but that'll put them to 8. Alright, we got there. I guess the card in their hand was not blue or Force of Will. We are running quite hot. Welcome back for round 4. Oh, man. One lander, ponder. Let's throw it back. This one's even worse, honestly. But I'm not going to go to 5 unless they take a mulligan to 6. Yeah, they're keeping 7. We are so screwed. Okay. See how much time this Thoughtseize buys us, but yeah, this is a rather ridiculous start, unfortunately. We do our best to avoid ridiculous starts. Let's have a look. Oh my. Well, we could buy ourselves quite a bit of time by taking this Spirit Guide, depending on how quickly they find an additional red source. We'll also have to contend with the Chalice of the Void, which is not great, but not horrible. That first hand would not have been... Well, actually, I would have had Force of Will. And they don't have Wasteland in this deck. Yeah, that first hand would have been way better. Way better. Yep. That's totally fine. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. It's not really all that great. How about a land, though? Please? Can't watch. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. This is so bad. We couldn't buy any time at all. Pitching the Fury is correct. Oh my goodness. Fable the Mirrorbreaker. Guess we'll do the whole Bowmaster check thing. Cramp their hand a little bit, hopefully. Dang. You always hope. More than happy to double block here. Can't block with just one because then they can trade a treasure token for both halves. Alright. Kolaghan's Command becomes a pretty solid draw here. I think I need to let them... I need to see which one they value more. And then try to figure it out. Screaming Nemesis, huh? Well, that's interesting. I'm not as concerned with that one, though. Bombardier's down. I suppose they could play another one. But they didn't want to lose that City of Traders for some reason. Or their treasure token. Brazen Borrower. That would let me cash out this lightning bolt. I guess it's important enough. I mean, it doesn't feel great, obviously, but Bombardiers are just going to beat us. I think I need to wait for the reflection trigger. But if they target Screaming Nemesis, maybe that's okay too? I'm not really sure. We're hoping for some pedal to the metal here. They double up on Chalice on one, though. This would really be the only window for it. And that's not good. Because then they could just win. Yep. Okay, this is a best case scenario, I think. So I bounce the Chalice. They might just redeploy. But if they don't, we have like a real shot at stabilization here. Like a real shot. Yep. Sure. Alright. Two unknowns over there. Bowmasters. Well, if I hit a land off this Strix, that would be pretty cool. Dang it. A Rabblemaster? Oh my god. At least now they have to... Oh, they have Spirit Guide? God damn it. Oh. That would have been quite a mistake, though, if they just accidentally sent their reflection in. Alright, that wasn't much of a game, was it? Not much of a game, I'm afraid. Let's try again. I literally have nothing for this matchup because it's one of our best ones, but we need a functional hand to start. So that was pretty disappointing. I think the combination of Screaming Nemesis and Chalice of the Void... I mean, I usually always side out Cling anyways, so it's not really that big of a question at all, but Screaming Nemesis is really the final word on that. And then Murktide is often just bigger than all their creatures, so sure. Despite it being double blue. Gonna hope for a functional hand this time. Probably should just went to 5, but we were in the blind. I don't know. It's disappointing. Alright. I can work with this, especially if they play... Well, maybe not especially if they play Blood Moon, but we'll make it work if they have Blood Moon. Opponent's good on 7. Not entirely sure what that means, but we'll find out. Ancient Tomb. Chalice on 1, sure. Let's go ahead and move some stuff around with Brainstorm. It's kind of a lot of 1-drops, unfortunately. But them leaning on Ancient Tomb could be pretty good for us here. Rabblemaster. Cast Edict. Draw that sad Brainstorm. Pass it back. Layla. I think I'll tap that down. What's the exile? City of Traders. That is rough. No, they don't do it. Wonder why. I'm grateful. Alright, really looking for Force of Will here. That's like our top priority, in fact. We don't hit. Tap down Layla. And hopefully they can't afford to lean on that Ancient too much longer. Spirit Guide. Spirit Guide pass. Alright. Another bad draw, huh? Send him in. No block. Damn. Five flashing Bowmasters, that would be 7 down to 2. That turns off Ancient Tomb. They have City of Traders, it doesn't matter. I think we ought to stay vigilant here. How good is land? I think it's pretty good. Gives me Bowmasters and Consign. Alright, so they float with City. I'm at 16, so I'm not likely to just like lose out of nowhere, but Bombardiers would be a problem. Fury. Yeah, that card's also a problem. I mean, at the very least, I can consign that trigger. Additionally, it's a pretty potent blocker. No attack. That makes sense. We're definitely flashing in Bowmasters. Can't afford to not do that. Obviously, the 1-drops are a bit of a drag. But maybe we'll draw like Kolaghan's Command or something. Or Lightning Bolt. Dang. I can get 1 damage through. Can also surprise them with Opposition Agent if they just swing out. Which would mean like probably, what, blocking, or tapping Layla down again might be the right thing to do. Because I'll probably block with Fury. These will trade. So maybe it's more useful to just Surveil too. But them having Layla back is so rough. I mean, they'll attack. I'm sure they will. They have 3 mana. I wonder if they would go to 2. I think putting damage on them is pretty important, though. Okay. I think they're pretty incentivized to attack with Layla, so we'll do this. Oh, that's fascinating. They want to keep Fury. To the extent they're willing to do that. Interesting. Well, now I could just tap it down. Or I could 0, because I have taken damage. Or lost life, rather. Jeez, this is hard. There's nothing easy about it. They're so incentivized to attack. That is this flash threat just going to get them on the backswing. I could also hit Force of Will to ensure that helps. I'm doing it. Okay, Baraglyph is nice. Go top. It's only a 3/4 though. Well, not for long if Planeswalker goes. Yeah, that's not even being able to block Layla. I mean, I guess it'll be a fine backup. Maybe they'll tap Ancient Tomb. And they got a Fury. Could even protect Kaito for a turn. Well, no, I can't. Gotta let it go. Well, that was a good draw. Jesus. Fuck me. Rough stuff. They won't need more than 5 mana. Maybe I'll top deck Kolaghan's Command. Full swing. Screaming Nemesis off the top. Chump. Wait, hold on. Well, yeah, I do need to block, don't I? Man. Alright. Consign to memory. Thank goodness. Gotta hold control though. We'll replicate twice just in case. Too scary. Too scary. And that wouldn't have worked if I didn't hold control either. I've tried it before, and you don't get priority in between. That was an insane top deck. Cut Thoughtseize. Out of all of these cards, I guess Price of Progress is one of the more useful ones. It's not a 1-drop. It's proactive. It had so many basic mountains, though. You can play it under Blood Moon. I might just need another Consign, though. More blue cards for force. You can use it to force through your 1-drops. This hand's really good against Chalice, which is how they've been leading. Looks like how they're going to lead again, too. Okay. Force would be our best draw here. Perfect. Then hopefully they'll follow up with Blood Moon. Force that. Don't have to worry about, what's it called? Pyroblast. Another Strix. Okay. Let's try and get up on board here. Lorien revealed. Could be good. Hopefully they don't have another soul land here. Crap. Unstoppable. Bombardiers. I doubt they'll want to throw their Chalice. So we'll take 2. I can Edict, but you're still pretty up on board here. Not the best draw. Swimming in mana. Backup Chalice is fine. What else? Screaming Nemesis. Wonder which one is more valuable to them. I would rather not deal with the broadside bombardiers. I think I can beat a Screaming Nemesis. You have 1 card left. That one's good. Good for racing, that is. I can't deal damage to Screaming Nemesis. Except for the first time. Fury. Are they gonna, like, deal damage to Screaming Nemesis? Turn off my lifelink. Yep. Well, can't block. Because I need to block Fury. I really need to force a will. Okay. Need them to not rip off the top. Maybe they'll draw like a land, I don't know. That'd be nice. No attack. It's wild. Play Bowmasters. Ping them. Teachings. Teachings is pretty good here. Can get another Edict. Break this up somehow. Or I could just get Kolaghan's Command. Or in an absolute emergency, I could get, what's it called? Force of Will. Alright, Kolaghan's Command's no good here. Double Chalice's Wrath. Sundering Eruption. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. Whew. That would put me pretty much dead. Don't want to force this, though. I feel like I can survive this somehow, right? Or is that not true? Because I don't want to just chump this thing. Yeah, I guess now's the time to do the thing. Yep. Kind of expected that. Got a block. Kolaghan's Command. Is that lethal? No, they'd be at 1. Because there's no Bowmasters in the graveyard. God. But if they had another Eruption, that'd be terrible, so... Is there any way I can beat... another Eruption? I can't beat Eruption and, Bombardiers. Can't do it all. I wish they were at 1 less life. Or that my lifelink worked. Maybe there will be one in the graveyard afterwards, though. Maybe there will be a Bowmasters in the graveyard after Baragoyf. Nope, we missed. Dang it. Alright. Just a mountain. Kaito. Alright. See if they top deck. And it can't be Eruption. Fable. Hanging in there. Oh wait, no, I have Kaito. We're good. Block. Hopefully I don't lag out though. Consign. Whew, too close. Pretty scary stuff. Oh, one more to go. One more round to go here. Playing for the trophy. Up against Tarksar 1990, who I've played against a few times before, but has always been playing different things every time, so I'll just be looking for a hand that functions here. Crap. Why does this always happen in the trophy rounds? Throw it back, I guess. They're gonna mulligan too, that's very kind of them. Okay, this hand's nice. It's a nice hand. Probably between Nimble and Narset, but you could also argue the Bolt is the weakest card here. And Tarksar has been known to play grindy control decks. Nimble's situational, but if it's something like Thassa's Oracle deck, I'll feel really dumb for bottoming it. If it's Delver, I'll feel really bad. I don't think they really play aggressive decks, so I'm going to make a wild choice. And also argue that via Brainstorm, Lightning Bolt is the most redundant piece I could dig for if necessary. Ancient Tomb, Soul Cauldron. Alright, turns out Bolt would have been probably incredible, so I'm bad. Force of Will's nice. I think I'm willing to play Tamiyo here, even though it will be susceptible to removal for a turn. You could prevent that a little bit by like playing Brainstorm, or like waiting a turn and also holding up Brainstorm. Eldrazi Temple. This is something of a brew, I would assume. Alright. We'll do the thing. I think I'll put back Waterlogged Teachings for now. Now let's ponder. And I think I will shuffle that. Okay. I'm not really sure what's going on here. But they're using that Soul Cauldron to exile my ponder. Okay, green mana. Is this Myco Spawn? Oh, it's Basking Brood Scale? Resolves. Is this a Port of the Modern deck? Walking Ballista. I think I should probably counter that. Just gets too messy. Oh, but then they can do some really weird stuff with Soul Cauldron. But they have not adapted yet, right? Well, they'll have a 1/1 counter on it. And then all hell breaks loose. Shit. Okay. I guess it resolves then. Something tells me Nimble Obstructionist is going to be very important soon. Edict, okay. That does not help. Is this just checkmate? Did I have to... Well, hold on. I think that's a lot of mana to get going, but... Jeez. It's not expecting to face something like this. It's not an excuse or anything, but I'm caught off guard a little bit. What if I just don't upset anything for a moment here? Hi, Ugin. Blade of the Blood Chief. That's the combo, isn't it? So I guess I'll counter it. Adapt. There's still no creatures in the graveyard. If I hit a land, I could, like, Edict. God, I wish I had that Lightning Bolt. Orcish Bowmasters? Yeah, there are no creatures in the graveyard. I could snipe Walking Ballista here. But I need a land. Not that land. Shoot. Pass it back. God, this is scary. Not what I wanted to face. Kozilek's Command. Is there any reason to punish this? Two top, two bottom? Yep. Another Brood Scale. That's pretty rough. Do you think they're gonna want to do this? Yeah, it seems like yeah. Yep. So at least I can clear the Brood Scales now. They have a lot of mana. We should clear them right now. Damn Ivugan though. Whoa, endless one. with 10 counters on it. That's really good. Well, I think we've lost. Damn, man. I'm so behind on clock too. Let's just go to the next game. Well, this is a nightmare. This is like the last thing you want to face in your trophy round on Grixis control. Something your deck is not at all tuned to beat. Say Consign. We'll approach it like an Eldrazi matchup. Price. Fatal Push, though, comes a little more relevant. Agent, of course. Meltdown's interesting, but I don't think we need to worry too much about Blade of the Blood Chief. God, if I just kept that Bolt, I lost with Nimble Obstructionist in my hand. Just like completely wrong. I made the completely wrong decision. It's rough. Trim a Cling. Trim Narset. Trim a Baleful Strix. One Bowmasters. One Ponder. One Badlands, and then last pick is hard. I mean, we could approach this more like a creature combo deck too. Just run with one price. I'm gonna try that. Okay. We're not gonna screw up like last time. This hand is great. Opponent's also on 7. Hopefully they'll make a lot of non-basic land drops. Play that out. Keep that. Just get all that chip in. I mean, we might have to counter something, of course, but hopefully not. Cool. All right. Pass it back. Yeah, these lands are not very good at casting. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Ancient Tomb, that's the one we're hoping for. More of that. Fleshraker. And a 5/5 Endless one. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna brainstorm first. Consign to memory. Probably just need to do that. Really leaning into our own price here, but it's kind of the way things ended up, huh? Don't mind the Strix. Definitely bolt that. Yeah, we'll load up on interaction here. Wasteland. Interesting. Wow. Maybe Force would have been safer. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm playing against. Soul Cauldron? Can't really afford to fight over that one. I'm sure I'm missing something here. They can put a 1/1 counter on one of them. Well, we just went to damage. I did not take any. Ballista for 2. It's so important that I get Bowmasters in this turn. Just really need them to tap that Ancient Tomb one more time, you know? Can they do that for me? Just one more tap of that Ancient Tomb. That's all I need. Pedal. Damn. Tamiyo. Just pass it back. There go the Bowmasters. Don't they want to activate Ayabugan? Here we go. I think I let them do that. See what they get. Hopefully this works. Okay. I think this is Eldrazi with Brood Scale a little bit. I feel like I have a little bit better idea of what's going on here, but Soul Cauldron is so confusing. Endless One is huge. But they do have Myco Spawn. They have like all the... They have Flesh Raker. They have Walking Ballista. Oh, man. Excuse me. Maybe... I don't know. I don't think I should try to use Meltdown. I think Meltdown would be a huge mistake to try and use. But I definitely want this other Price of Progress. All those frickin' spawns. All those frickin' Eldrazi spawns. They must go. How do I get the frickin' Eldrazi spawns to go? Is Kaito even good? I feel like my creature's just always going to be blocked. They'll be blocked forever. Well, I don't know. I've got flying creatures. Yeah, Strix seems actually very good. Okay. Oh, it's still 61 cards. Could trim Tamiyo. Hope the next game's a little more relaxing. That was so stressful. I have no clue what to cut. Maybe just Cling. It's not very good against when they have Soul Cauldron. And going after something that Soul Cauldron targets is like, feels so anemic, you know? It could easily be the least impactful card here. Alright, hope I don't regret that. Okay, it looks good. A little soft to Wasteland, but it's possible that Brainstorm can fix that for us. Alright. Sure. I mean, if they Wasteland me, they're not doing a whole lot of other stuff. Pedal. Dark Depths? What on earth is going on right now? Mutated Cultist. And the next spell you cost this turn will be a gigantic fucking Eldrazi. I feel like I've officially lost my mind. Just pass the turn. Okay, cool. Bolt the Cultist, I think, even though it doesn't matter all that much. Actually, maybe I don't bolt the Cultist. That's fine. Alright, Edict. If they had Force of Will too, I would have just been like, dude, I don't even know anymore. Disruptor Flute. Hope they don't name Nimble Obstructionist. Price of Progress. Not a bad choice. 3 cards left over there. Can I do this? Kolaghan's Command, not bad. I don't really want to go shields down on this Nimble Obstructionist, to be honest. It's kind of insane, but... Urborg. That's also a strange choice. Their sideboard must be like extremely transformational. Okay, Baragorf is sick. Put back Island and probably Bolt, I think. Sure. Now we'll Surveil. Hopefully find something like Consign or Force of Will. Murktide Regent. It's also pretty good. Pass it back. I have Ugin. Bolt the Cultist is gone. There we go, that's what we needed. Smash for 4 lifelink. Miss on creature. Play a Murktide. 6/6, I think. Keep the Edict around. Yavimaya Urborg. Is that what they were missing? Green mana? Fleshraker. Cultist. Man, I don't want that to happen. Let's get their last card. You discard 2 damage there. There's a backup eye. Block on Baragorf, but they gave me the life. It's nice of them. Ideally, this could be a basic mountain. So I think I'll take advantage of Urborg and just cast Strix. Like that. Hopefully Spike Force of Will. But I'm feeling pretty safe when they're at 0 cards. Very far away from activating Eye of Ugin. Okay, it's not Force. Alright, I think we did it. Whew. I was so terrified after game 1, and I'm losing my voice. But, alright, that was one of the most wild trophies I've ever gotten. Especially during the lag epidemic, but we were able to pull it off. So that's pretty sweet. Really nothing to say about the deck. I mean, I was going to play the challenge, and this is what I was going to play. Just with a spell bomb with a slant towards oops all spells and stuff like that. After listening to the Eternal Glory podcast today, but they canceled it after one round, so I played a league instead. Maybe if I'd played the challenge, I also would have been running hot and hopefully playing well. It's always hard to tell how well I'm really playing, but I must have done okay. I guess that's it for tonight. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon for extra content or donation bonus leagues, and I'll see y'all next time.